I came into this world on Ground Squirrel Road, delivered by Etta Nichols, one of the last of the old-timey midwives. I was schooled here at Del Rio Elementary School and then on to Cott County High School. But I didn't continue my education on a higher level because I was afraid to undertake the debt that I would have to have in order to do that. I live in Parrettsville now. I'm happy to call that my home. I earned my living in Sevier County between 2 part-time jobs because there are no selections for me locally that would enable me to make a decent wage and still spend the time that I would with my family. This situation is made possible by my loving husband who actively provides for our family and raises our children. I am so proud to be a part of this project as it touches on an issue that is not only close to my home, but is close to my heart. For countless decades, rural Appalachian youth have had to make a difficult choice between staying in the mountains that they love with the families that support them or moving away in order to have a good quality education and a successful career. So many of the talented and intelligent students that I attended high school with had to leave not only our town, but our state in order to pursue their dreams due to a lack of educational and economic opportunity. I dream of a day when my daughters can stay near the family that loves them so much and still accomplish the goals of what they want to be when they grow up. Time to Shine is working towards solving these issues. I really believe that it's a piece in the puzzle. This project will make the odds a little bit better for some smart, creative, and hard-working folks that are already serving our community every day. At this time, I'd like to call up Shannon Kelly, who most of you already know and probably needs little introduction. I've known Shannon for 20 years, and I simply cannot put into words how proud I am of the work that she is doing almost single-handedly. Shannon works a full-time job at T-Dot daily and then goes right from one job to the next as the director of downtown Newport Artscapes and as grants writer and project manager for this Time to Shine grant. While her primary talent is as an artist, able to sketch an incredible likeness of any of you here within seconds, she ambitiously pursues her goals and works tirelessly for her vision of Newport. Shannon is the reason that we're all here tonight. The reason that these 6 finalists have had some chances to better their odds to succeed with their own dreams. The reason that you will walk away from here tonight with a new idea of what our downtown can become and what we can all do to support and empower each other to build the kind of community that we all want to call home.
Greta's words about an hour ago for the first time, and I said, "Wow, thank you for the eulogy while I'm still living." I really only worked hard about the last 6 months of my life, and I was really loafing the entire rest of my life. I just kind of like hit my pace in the past 6 months or so. I really want to thank our funders. This entire project was made possible by a grant from Launch Tennessee's Creative Communities Initiative. Newport is one of less than a dozen towns across the state that's been deemed a creative community and given these funds to sort of just run with and see what we can do. And it's drawn quite a bit of attention regionally. We have made some amazing partnerships and alliances regionally, and I'd also like to say that we have Mr. Lamont Price here from Nashville from Investco. He may be here just to keep an eye on us, make sure we're actually doing something with it. I'm not really sure. Or he may want to invest in our business. I'm not sure. I didn't do my research, quite honestly. I ran out of time. But I do want to give a lot of thanks to our partners at Crossroads Downtown Partnership in Morristown, Mrs. Barbagaro has been just indispensable. She's been my mentor throughout this entire project and taught me pretty well everything I've needed to know to get to this night. Also, Stephen Jenkins at Knoxville Entrepreneur Center. He was with us today. He did the final polishing and the one-on-one coaching with all of our finalists to really help them hone in their business pitch. And they regret to say they can't be here tonight, but their entire staff would like to be here, but Launch Tennessee is having a big symposium tomorrow morning, and Lamont is the only one that had the fortitude to be both here and there tomorrow morning. So thank you again for that. We had over 40 applications, and this is our first go-around. Perhaps we can repeat this annually. That would be great if we can find a way to do that. When I first started out, I really thought it was going to be a yes pile and a no pile. But it turns out that the biggest pile was potential partnerships for the Artscapes group and businesses that maybe aren't quite ready to stand on their own legs, but who could benefit greatly from partnering with us, and we could benefit from them. Framing businesses, digital printing businesses. Apparently there's a classical Strings of Cott County group. There's all kinds of things in this community that I was unaware of that came out during this. So that brings us to tonight. The rules of the pitch competition tonight are very simple. We've got 4 minutes for the finalists to deliver their entire pitch, followed by 2 minutes of Q&A with the judges if there's something judges have more questions about. They'll be given a 1-minute warning by Mr. David Johnson, who is our tireless volunteer here, on this lovely styrofoam stopwatch. And I just want to say that everyone here, all of our finalists have worked so hard over this weekend. None of us have gotten any sleep, I'm pretty sure. And I have no doubt that all of them will succeed, whatever the outcome of tonight. Whoever gets lucky and gets some funding tonight, that's great for them. But everyone has a well-formulated business plan. And not one of these businesses competes with any of the others or any other existing business in town. The idea of selecting these applicants was that they can form a network of businesses that make the backbone of this town. And that's what we really look forward to. And I really appreciate all of their hard work and their nerve of getting up here and throwing this all together. I know this is new for everybody, including myself, but I have no concern about standing up here in front of everyone at all. I don't need a microphone, but if we did need a microphone for some of our soft-spoken folks, we have one. And thank you all for coming out and supporting us. I think it's all right.
All right, over our super intensive weekend of workshops, especially yesterday, it was really crazy. All day long, we crammed so much into that
12
day.
hours.
Yes.
Great.
We were fortunate enough to have some local business mentors come out and take the time out of their busy schedules to share some of their wisdom and expertise, their personal experiences with our finalists. I just want to list those, and if at the end we can just give them a big round of applause, we really appreciate that. Some of them are here tonight. Some of them have too busy schedules to be able to make it. But Randy Bethea owned and operated Bethea's Industrial Supplies from 1993 to 2005, and he is currently teaching automotive technology at Cott County High School's W. Hooper Vocational School. Lisa Oakley is the Curator of Education at the East Tennessee Historical Society in Knoxville. Rick Faust, who's owned and operated Faust Screen Design since 1997 and still serving Newport to this day. Joe B. Leonard, who's here with us tonight, is a management professional, an online developer, and entrepreneur trainer. Wanda Clemens, here's with us, has been owner and operator of Little House of Pancakes in Gatlinburg for 23 years and counting. Has a special place in my heart. And Sam Moscato is a professional volunteer involved with many organizations and a retired business consultant. Let's give a round of applause to those. Now, let me introduce to you our esteemed judges of the evening, who have the hardest job of all, which is making their choice from our 6 amazing finalists. If you guys don't mind to please just stand, turn around, everybody can see your faces. You're right up here in the front for us. Drew Ogle. Drew has served as the managing director of Encore since its inception in 2006. He holds a bachelor's degree in finance, a certificate in transformational nonprofit leadership from Notre Dame University, and is currently pursuing a Master of Arts in Arts Management from the University of Kentucky. Since 2012, he's also served as the Executive Director of the Rose Center Council for the Arts. In his spare time, he enjoys performing as well as directing encore youth productions. Thank you. Tammy Broyhill. Tammy is restaurant general manager for Copper Cellar. She started with the Copper Cellar family of restaurants in 2007 and has worked at 2 concepts at Calhoun's and the Smoky Mountain Brewery in Gatlinburg. She has been in the industry for over 20 years. Tammy also has a passion for small businesses that promote creative, healthy education for the general population. Thank you for being here, Tammy. Woody Van Stratum. Come on, show them your face. Okay. Woody attended Newport Grammar School and graduated a below average student from Cott County High School before earning his degree with some encouragement from Mrs. Hammonds at Tennessee Tech. He briefly sold real estate with the family business. After only 2 years of employment with Xerox, he started his own copier company from the garage of his rental house. Then Woody started doing wholesale to remanufacturers and moved into a bigger warehouse space. His business took off, and over the next 20 years, he's worked with major corporations such as Xerox, Hospital Corporation of America, McDonald's, FedEx, and Disney. Today, he has 5 offices in the United States and exports machines to 20 different countries. And Olive McMahon, if you'll stand and show him your face, I think a lot of us already know Olive. Olive has a Bachelor in Arts and a Master in Fine Arts from the Catholic University of America. He was our local Cott County Mayor from 2002 till 2010. He served as Assistant Commissioner for Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development in 2011. Since 2011, Olive has been the Regional Director for Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development. Thank you, judges, all for being here. And now, next up, we're going to just do a brief introduction of our 6 finalists. If you all also, who are throughout the crowd with their families, loved ones, supporters, if y'all don't mind when I say your name, just to stand so people can see your face and start to know who you are, you'll get to know them a lot better as the evening goes on, okay? First up, I want to introduce you to Daniel Holt from 160 Grill. A little taste of the night yet to come of the pitch that you're going to be hearing. 160 Grill is a restaurant in Bybee with great fresh food and friendly service that strives to be a community meeting spot with a warm atmosphere. Daniel and his wife Felicia own and operate the grill with an inclusive approach to provide local youth job and skill building opportunities working with Chef Daniel. Julie Mullins. Julie. And Julie's pitch tonight is for Mountain Mug Tea and Spice Kitchen. Mountain Mug Tea and Spice Kitchen will be an organic tea and spice shop and bistro-style eatery with deli and bakery selections. They wish to offer hands-on instructional cooking classes, seeking to broaden culinary horizons and expand culture through shopping, eating, and educational cooking opportunities at one location, while assisting our local farm economy with locally sourced products. Jessica Lawrence. Jesse's pitch tonight is for ARC Preservation Farm. The ARC Preservation Farm hopes to preserve and distribute endangered heirloom seed varieties while educating the public about the value of heirloom preservation. This project will distribute seed and buy back produce grown by local farmers, as well as bring back the culture of celebrating our farming heritage. And Seth Butler. Seth? Seth Butler's pitch is for B&B PR. B&B PR will create a locally driven PR firm to assist community businesses and organizations with public relations and marketing campaigns. They're geared towards serving companies and individuals that don't have the funds for marketing staff to help our small businesses thrive and further the economic growth of Cocke County. Next, I want to introduce you to Andrew Suggs. Andrew Suggs is going to be telling us about Parlor Arts, which is an arts advancement, professional development organization serving individual artists and arts organizations who aim to create an economically stable arts community in Cocke County. Through professional development workshops, events, and individual consultation, Parlor Arts can really advance the local arts economy. And last but not least is Susan McMahon. And Susan McMahon, a lot of you already know, is from Newport Dance and Cheer Academy, which is a performing arts and recreational school who offer dance, gymnastics, fitness, martial arts, and cheerleading instruction for students and families. They hope to build a new home for their school to allow for more classes and studio space while adding to the revitalization of downtown Newport. And I'll pass it off to you, Shannon.
All right. I just wanted to come up and introduce the lady who's going to get it all started tonight. Another wonderful, brilliant, outspoken lady who doesn't need a microphone. Our County Mayor, Ms. Crystal Ottinger.
I don't think I could have sat any further from where I needed to be. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, yeah.
Not just for that. I can vouch for how busy Shannon has been, because sometime last week I asked her for just a little bit more information. I knew a glossed over version of everything that downtown Newport Artscapes and A Time to Shine was trying to do. So I asked her for just a little bit more information because she asked me to speak at it. So I got that information at what, 3:30, 3:45 today? Very busy. So this is my words are written on regular notebook paper, which is one step up from a napkin. and we know it's all due to Shannon and Downtown Newport Artscapes efforts to make this happen. I want to start by thanking you all for being here to support the grant finalists and what's moving here in Cocke County, because this is like she said, this is the first time that we've had this here. And when I was thinking about what to say, I was thinking about the past and the future. And like Greta, like you were saying, we've not always had an opportunity to stay here in Cocke County and in a lot of rural counties. A lot of times in the past, people would be geared toward a move toward entrepreneurship because of economic downturn or economic hardships, because they didn't have any other option. But today, people are branching out and going into business on their own. They're going more toward arts-related focuses and various things because they're motivated, because they want this change. They see a need in a community, they want to feel it. Let's see. We're very happy to be one of 2017's creative communities. We couldn't have done it again without Downtown Newport Artscapes. To know that there's 6 finalists here, but 40 that have a business that they want to do here in Cocke County tells me that as a county we have to find more ways to help them, more ways to support them. Not sure what all that's going to be. This is a very good start. I know the state, I love Lamont, are doing things too throughout the state, especially for rural economic communities. I'll leave you with one last thing. The late Steve Jobs, one of the most innovative speakers of our time, said, "Innovation distinguishes between leaders and followers." Based on what I think we're going to see here today, Shannon did, the information she did send was a highlight of all the 6 finalists. And based on what their concepts are and what they want to bring to the table here in Cocke County, as Steve Jobs said, innovation distinguishes between leaders and followers, and I think we're going to have a lot of innovative leaders in this community.
All right, if everybody's ready, we're going to get things started tonight with our very first finalist, Andrew Suggs for Parlor Arts.
Okay, my name is Andrew Suggs. I'm a Newport native. Went to high school here at Cobb County High School. After that, I've left for college. I got a scholarship to Harvard University and studied arts there. And spent about 11 years in Philadelphia working in arts management and arts administration. I'm back. I'm happy to be here with my family. My sister, my mother, and my grandmother are all in the audience tonight. And I'm here to present you with a business idea for Parlor Arts. Parlor Arts would be a professional development arts advancement organization that would serve individual artists, nonprofits, and for-profit businesses alike. The aim of this organization would be to create a real sense of community among the creative enterprises that exist here. And I hope that it would aid in the revitalization of downtown Newport as both a revived commercial district and a hub of cultural vitality. It could be marketed to our local community and tourists alike. I'll speak a little bit about my time in Philadelphia. I'm really passionate about art and cultural activity, as well as our rich cultural history here in Cobb County. I spent the bulk of my time in Philadelphia at an art space called Vox Populi, which hosted a variety of activities, art exhibitions and performances. And I really want to work hard now for this community and share the expertise that I've gained in those enterprises with our local creative communities. Newport is changing along with the world, and we need to take advantage of these changes and not fall behind. There's not a lack of energy or creativity or cultural richness here, and I think that's evident by tonight and the 40 applicants that were spoken about earlier. The problem may be that we need some good organization, some solid networking, some planning, and some able leadership. I'm putting a couple of statistics up here that show how important the arts are to the overall community. And when I speak about arts here, I'm not just speaking about visual arts, but speaking about the larger cultural sector, which can include culinary arts, performing arts as well. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble with this mouse. Arts communities promote tourism. It's a well-documented fact that American leisure travelers spend a lot of money on arts and culture events in the city, and we should be taking advantage of that, as well as some of our neighboring counties do. This next slide shows a range of artistic and cultural activity. All of these pictures are things that are happening in Newport or the county right now, and they include things from one end of the spectrum to the other. So the base for the services I would like to offer exists, and things are in place already to get this business going. So I'm using a model for planning, knowledge sharing, and growth and reflection. I'm going to go through this quickly because I'm almost out of time. This is a sustained model that I've used before and worked with consultants and professionals in my own business. So I have the experience to do this. I'm really motivated. I'm back in town, and I would love the chance to start an organization that reinvests directly into the community in multiple ways.
now we're going to give it 2 minutes. Whenever you're ready for the judges, any questions that they might have for Andrew about parlor arts.
Go ahead. Will you set it up as a for-profit or a non-profit?
Initially, I won't have 501c3 status, but I think that would be part of the long-term plan. This funding would probably take me through about 6 months of work where I awarded it. During that time, I would be searching for supplementary grant funding and probably working toward building it into a 501c3.
Why did you return home?
To be with my family, and I had spent about 10 years in Philadelphia. I felt like moving. I wasn't sure if I wanted to move directly to another city, so I decided to come home for a while. I'm enjoying it here.
That's good. Thank you, Andrew,
Sure.
for your presentation. I have a two-part question, and they're not related, but thank you for the second part because it spurred my mind. If you're not profit at the very beginning, are you going to, because the 501c process is long and arduous, but if you're not going to do that, you're going to do a for-profit at the beginning. Are you set with operating capital? Have you got that in your business plan already?
Yeah, well, my business plan is very easy because it mostly involves me and a computer.
Okay.
So the startup would be easy. Most of the funding would go to providing me a salary for my work,
Yeah.
and paying for other consultants as necessary. There would be a healthy marketing budget. A healthy piece of the money would go toward marketing and a very small administrative cost.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, part of it. Yeah, the second part of the question is this: do you see partnerships in this? And I meant not just only here, because obviously there's a good fit, even with some of the other ones that are going to be presenting tonight. But do you see partnerships happening regionally?
Yeah, absolutely. Part of the maybe the 2 or 3 year plan of this organization is that once I'm started, I would be able to take these services and offer them to people in Knoxville or Asheville. Creative consulting is a pretty specialized thing, and
Yeah.
Bigger areas near us may be able to take advantage of those services and add to the earned income of the organization.
Yeah.
So yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna give it a minute so that we can allow for the limited space for Andrew to go sit. And up next, we're going to have Susan McMahon from Newport Dance and Cheer Academy.
Hello, my name is Susan McMahon, and I am the Artistic Director of Newport Arts and Athletics, otherwise known as Newport Dance and Cheer Academy. This is my husband, Aaron McMahon, and he assists me as needed with several things that we do throughout the process of running a performing arts school and program. Tonight, I'm going to tell you how Newport Arts and Athletics helps our students to feel successful in their passion and in life. And it's not just for children. We have something for everyone. To start, I want to show you our long-term goal. Eventually, we know that we can find a downtown location where we have multiple class space for multiple class programs in downtown Newport. And that's what we're working toward. Now, you might ask yourself, in a small town like Newport, can you really find opportunities in arts and athletics for the whole family? Well, that was a problem when I was growing up. I took dance here from 2 different teachers, and both teachers moved away from Newport and Cott County, which left me driving to Greenville, to Knoxville, and other places for my classes. I don't want that for the children of Cott County. They should be able to do it, and they are able to do it with Newport Arts and Athletics. Whether you're passing through, whether you're visiting in the summer, this is your home, or you're relocating to Newport and Cott County, we have something for everyone in your family. Starting with performing arts instruction. We have dance classes for all ages and dancewear shop within the studio. You don't have to go to Knoxville to purchase your dance clothes. We have after-school programs. And we have community performances and events. Not to mention, we have athletic activities, gymnastics classes, cheerleading classes, and martial arts classes as well. And let's not forget, we have a health and fitness program. We offer certified personal training, group exercise classes for children and adults, and we offer family discounts as well. We do have self-defense classes as well. Remember, I said there's something for everyone. And it doesn't stop there. Our performances are not the only thing we do. Our classroom is not where we aim to please. We aim to take it further. For example, we do performances throughout the United States. Just this year, we performed at Walt Disney World. We have a long-term investment in our students. When your children come to us, we plan to help them use this for college or for a career. We have 2 students proudly dancing in college this year, one on scholarship. We do school field trips, we do community service projects, and we've provided choreography for plays and musicals at Niswonger Performing Arts. We do local festivals and church programs as well. Now, why choose us? Why is Newport Arts and Athletics something that you should choose to fund and support? Here's our take. First of all, one of the programs I'm most excited about getting started is an after-school program for children. Many working parents are struggling to get off of work and get their children to our program, but we're going to help. With your funding, we can purchase a van to pick up children and bring them to the facility for homework help, after-school snack, and for activities in arts and athletics, which eventually leads to our 3-year plan where we're able to use those funds and revenue to further provide for our current space and supplies. And eventually back to our long-term goal of having that one centralized location with multiple class space and multiple class opportunities for Newport and their families. Are we sustainable? Absolutely. I've been teaching since 1998. I started at a local community center, and now we have 2 locations. This year we'll have our 20th recital performance. So as I tell my students in summary, it may be hard, but we can do this. Newport and Cott County deserves your support. The families deserve your support. These children need something that they can take outside and use for their future. Thank you. And my husband has something for you to look at, a personal statement of our customer testimonies. And if you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to answer them at this time.
You said you had 2 locations. I know of one downtown. Where's the other one?
It is also downtown. There is one on McMahon Avenue, and we have one on.
Oh, nice.
It's a good name. We also have one on East Broadway. So we started
I
with.
knew the East Broadway. I didn't know you were on McMahon Avenue.
Yes, yes.
We opened up there in 2011.
Okay, and what was the business plan, the actual architectural rendering? What is that, of one of the spaces, or?
That would be the ideal space that we would like to eventually have. Right now, our students have to walk between both locations.
Okay.
And if they're in multiple classes, then they may have one in one space and one in the other with different teachers. So ideally, we'd love to have one location where students and families can have all of their classes in one building.
And the last part of my question is, if you do decide to do that, and you have those 2 spaces, you rent, right, both places?
We own one,
And
we
you own
rent
one.
the other.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you want to find a common space downtown and repurpose the building?
We would be willing to do so, absolutely.
We're open to
yes.
ideas right now.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
you're not fixed on a
We're
location
not fixed
yet.
on a, we're not fixed on a
But
location.
you're fixed on a plan.
Yes.
We are definitely
Okay.
fixed on.
We have goals.
More sure. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Thank
do.
you very
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
Guys?
But this money is for van, right?
Well, that's what our initial startup, we think, would be the best way to get the plans going.
How many new students do you think you can get with that?
I imagine we could start with 10 to 20 new students, but one van, of course, is not going to haul 20 students. So I aim to get 8 to 10 students to start the program. That would be my ultimate goal.
I think what we're looking at also is, our growth, our expected growth is, we shoot for somewhere around 20 to 25% year over year. Expected growth in the next 3 years, I think we're somewhere probably shooting for around 35 to 40% overall. And 35 to 40% on top of the gross revenue would be very sufficient for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Susan. And up next is going to be Daniel Holt for Bobby's 160 Grill. He's making his way up. I think Daniel might have some goodies for y'all if you can wait a minute to start the time with. Okay, we'll get going. Come on.
No problem, no problem. Bribery will get you everywhere.
Seth Robert, you look at the test. Come on.
Hello and good afternoon. I'm Daniel Holt, and this is my wife Felicia, my beautiful wife Felicia. We established our business 160 Grill just 3 weeks ago in May. I'm a chef and have 15 years of experience in the restaurant industry. And Felicia?
I have a business degree in general management and I'm currently working in retail management.
We want to pitch our restaurant and what we can do to better our community to you this afternoon. And some samples for you to try out so you kind of see what we're about. With our restaurant, we aim to serve local families, tourists, and food lovers alike. In our area, we have limited options and variety. We want to be the solution and provide an option other than fast food, gas station food, or chain restaurants.
Our restaurant is located in Miami, so it's kind of a historical building that we started in also. It had been sitting vacant for over 11 years. So we also have this art project. This is the actual picture of a 24-foot wall inside of our building. It is a mural of Highway 160 from bridge to bridge from Newport to Morristown. So kind of the idea of that is to keep the history in our area. If a customer comes in, they're looking at the wall, they may say, hey, my grandmother lived on that road. I have a picture of her house. Would you like it? And we're going to continue to put old pictures as long as new projects on the wall also.
Also kind of plays a special part in my history, as this was the first job that I held at the previous restaurant, and my great-grandparents owned a store in this exact location. Elections were there. I mean, there was all kinds of history in this building.
So what we're wanting to do is cultivate an area to where it's warm and inviting for you to come and eat. A community gathering spot. We do have this community-style seating. You can come in, meet your friends, meet your family, just kind of have an open area that's real relaxing and welcoming. We have also brought in high-speed internet to bring in some technology into the area. So many families don't have that in their own home. They can come visit us and have dinner. Maybe you're a student and need to work on some homework, you can come in and study. If you're on lunch break, you can come in and work on some projects really fast. So that is something that we do have to offer to you also.
We want to contribute to the success of our community and Newport's economic development by providing a product that will bring people into our area to help maintain and boost our local economy. We also want to build and support the local area by providing young adults at their first chance for a job with hopes of inspiring them to have a love for the restaurant, whether it's serving, managing, or culinary arts. 2 employees have already expressed interest in going to culinary school from just working with us in 3 weeks. When we travel, we tend to find the local restaurants, and that's where we dine at when we go out. And that's what I want us to do in the community. We want to be sought out by the same people that look for that type of food and service and atmosphere. We have differentiated ourselves by providing a menu that you wouldn't necessarily expect from a small local restaurant. We provide a fresh salad bar, hand-cut steaks, amazing desserts, all at a jaw-dropping portion size. We want to provide all families, despite their income, a variety by offering a wide array of specials. For example, $6 lunch specials and Friday night seafood specials.
So we kind of started our marketing as we were doing construction on the building. Facebook has been our #1 use in social media. Keeping the community updated. Kind of word of mouth also, families coming in, bringing their other friends and family has worked for us so far.
This just kind of shows our financials and our projections. We're able to pull real-time data from our system that we put in place so we can run our business more effectively. We're on a steady incline. And in conclusion, if we win, whether it's tuition or classes, we want to take the knowledge and better our business. Also, if we want a monetary prize, we'll use this to expand into a catering service so we can reach more of our community, and also to be able to come to local events when Newport has the Harvest Festival or the Ramp Festival or a concert or whatever it may be. That's what we want to be, to reach that broader spectrum. We truly thank you for your attention, your time, and your consideration. If you have any questions, let us know.
I believe they're bribing her.
You guys, okay. So you're already open, right?
Yes, we've
You're
been.
good. So which building is it out in Bobby? We were just talking about that.
Do you know the old Miss Molly's building or the Lick Skillet
Is that,
Cafe?
okay, I know that, yeah, my vet's out there.
Okay, we're right across from Chambers.
Right across from the vet, so
Yes.
that's where you are. Okay, so you've been up and running?
For 3 weeks, we have and I don't know how to go back on this, but these are the sales from the past 3 weeks.
Oh, I see.
So that's our actual sales volume from the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
The second one's actually kind of the same as the first, even though our first numbers were kind of at a bigger proportion.
Right.
It's just how it's kind of done on the graph.
And the last part that I wanted to ask about is how do you project marketing to outside the community to become a destination of choice?
I actually think that with word of mouth, we've had our locals that we're kind of making regulars. They're coming in and they're bringing friends, and then those friends are coming back with their friends, and it's from all over. We've seen people from White Pine, Jefferson City, Talbot, Morristown, Newport. So we're bringing those people into our economy to help us support Newport.
One, I think the internet is a great idea from where you are to this rural and we don't have internet in our house, so that's a great thing that you're bringing families together. My question would be, like for your purveyors, are you using local farmers for your produce and your fresh meats and stuff, or are you using like big time purveyors?
We use local farmers as much as possible. We do some things with Chambers and Bybee, the area down there. Also, our main purveyor is PFG in Morristown. They actually have a local butcher shop, and they get a lot of their stuff from local farmers. So we're going with the local butchers and things like that to kind of also help with the community.
What past experience do you have in the restaurant business?
Well, my first job was at this restaurant when it was Miss Molly's Eatery, and from there I started with Ruby Tuesday. Worked for Ruby Tuesday for 15 years. Worked as a host all the way up to corporate. So managed, cooked, was a distribution manager, so managing product for 900 company-owned restaurants. That was all a huge part of my knowledge in doing this. My culinary experience, of course, plays a huge role into this in creating fresh food that you wouldn't necessarily get anywhere else. Huge passion for the quality of food. I mean, it's just, we won't compromise on the quality.
Tell them about you being recruited from Buckberry and you were the last person out during the Gatlinburg fires.
Buckberry also, I was at Buckberry Creek in Gatlinburg, and we actually escaped the fires narrowly. Was recruited by them to be the general manager of the restaurant.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Up next, we have Jesse with ARC Preservation Farm. Welcome, Jesse.
More food.
Really quickly.
I love this job. Great.
My name is Jessie, and I'm a licensed massage therapist here in the state of Tennessee, and I currently work at the Mustard Seed, a health food store here in the community. I've always had an interest in health and nutrition specifically. My idea is for an heirloom preservation farm. This idea was born out of a hard time in my life where I didn't have access to good quality nutrition. And I invested in seed packets, $2, and I ended up getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of seeds out of those $2 seed packets. And so It's very near and dear to my heart to preserve seed and pass it on from generation to generation because certain varieties have already been lost and we can't bring them back. And it's sad to think that we would live in a world with less variety in the future. When something is extinct, it's gone forever. So Hippocrates said, let your food be your medicine and let your medicine be your food. We also want to ease the burden of sickness within our community by creating abundance. And these are some threatened species that are regional, grown here in this area of the United States. And just take, for example, the Nancy Hall sweet potato. They used to have parades in honor of this potato because it was so delicious. And now the sweet potato industry is dominated by 2 varieties. So it's becoming exceedingly rare. So how can we ensure that endangered species make it onto future generations? By planting and encouraging other people to plant endangered varieties, ensuring that the seeds remain viable from season to season, by having a seed and information distribution program, and by generating enthusiasm for these varieties, by having culinary programs and an incentive program where if people planted these endangered varieties, we would buy them back, the produce, what they'd like to sell to the preservation project, and process the produce to save the seed for future generations. Seed saving information and distribution programs would include seed saving seminars, cultivation leaflets where people could have easy access to that knowledge on how to do it, by having seed and transplant giveaways and sales, retail opportunities, but also, you know, we'd like to give some stuff away also. Ideas for generating enthusiasm for endangered varieties include having taste-offs, cooking demonstrations, an extensive recipe collection. We hope to publish a cookbook that would be from farm to table, how to take the seed, cultivate it, process it, and keep it for the next season, and how to make good food out of that, nutritious, high-quality food to enrich people's quality of life. Jobs we would hope to create would include maintenance for farming, distribution, marketing, and event coordination. And everyone knows with the Art Preservation Farm, the community through the incentive program, they would have a chance to supplement their finances, and we would be able to create abundance within our community. We want to create so much nutrition, dense, rich food that it's just so common, you don't even think twice about it anymore. Future generations would have access to varieties that we frankly take for granted. And seed savers would win because there'd be increased efforts put towards the cause. The hungry would win. We would donate food to programs within our community that care about the nutritional well-being of those who sometimes go hungry. And creative culinary enthusiasts would win because they would have access to greater variety in which to prepare meals. We basically want to create abundance, like we said, and ensure a future with variety, because imagine a future where you just have the same thing every single day. There weren't options, and there's no way of getting it back. Like I said, once something is extinct, there's no bringing it back, and we want to put Cobb County on the map as a purveyor of these endangered species.
Do you have a physical location? How do people interact with you?
Well, right now we are starting in Harrodsville on an 11-acre property. Like I said, we would want to have an incentive program where anyone who wanted to participate could plant the qualifying varieties, and we would buy back the produce to process it for seed. And that would increase our seed stock, and anyone who wanted to participate would be welcome, more than welcome, encouraged to participate. But right now we're on 11 acres in Hartsville.
And are you setting it up as a for-profit or non-profit?
It would be nonprofit.
Are you providing the seeds at no charge, or minimal charge? How would you do that?
People who would be interested in the incentive program would have to make the initial investment of like $2 for a packet of seeds, or they could get the transplant, so like $1 per transplant. But we would, if they were unable to do that and wanted to participate, we would give them the seed or the transplant if they were unable to make that initial investment.
How are you fixed for operating capital at the beginning of your business? And how do you see growing in the first year? Or have you already done the first year? I'm not sure where you are in your business cycle. So have you already really started? You've already got the 11 acres, so you've already started it?
Yeah, well, I've already, yes, been giving away seed, but I would want to, do retail now and make it legitimate. I've given away tons of plants, hundreds of seeds, mailed them to California, given away wheelbarrows full of tomatoes to neighbors, friends, families. We would like to make it a legitimate effort program.
Do you have partners in your Parisville community?
No.
I was just trying, I live in Parisville.
Oh.
I have an old 11-acre farm. I was just trying to figure out where you are.
I'm off of Long Creek, between Boydley, Jersey Farm, between, the Green County line.
Right, exactly. Yeah. One last question is, and with your partnerships of people coming in, is it seasonally they come in? I know there's growing season and all that, but I mean, if you, how do you want to market this? How do you want to reach beyond, let's say, Parisville, to be able to market, to get people interested in this concept? It's a really unique concept. I think it's great, but how do you want to advertise it or market it so that you can get participation outside of Paris?
We would like to have a membership program where we would distribute periodicals and seeds, and it would be available to anybody, where we could mail the periodicals to and the seeds and the cookbook too. We would like to have an online presence for distribution as well as local retail opportunities.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, it's time for our last finalist of the evening. Everybody please welcome Julie Mullins. Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped somebody. I'm so sorry, sir. I told you, I went to Del Rio. I can't count to 6. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Seth Butler with B&B Public Relations.
All right, everybody, good evening. My name is Seth Butler. I am a communications professional. I've been involved in the local media and communications field for about 15 years. I also have a business background. I graduated from the ESU with a business degree in 2006. I'm very community involved. I've been involved with leadership in Cotton County over about 7 years. I was also the 2007 Cotton County Partnership Volunteer of the Year Award winner. So what am I here pitching tonight? My idea is to create a locally based, owned, and community-minded public relations firm to help local businesses and organizations better market and disseminate their messages to consumers in our community. I feel like this is a huge opportunity for our community. Being involved in our field for so long, I see so many people that really struggle with their marketing and their PR efforts, whether it be on press releases or social media or creating videos or finding ways to monetize themselves online or even now grow their business online. Our company's idea brings the best solution to the table for our local community. The value of our idea, it's an affordable option to local businesses. The small businesses no longer struggle, whether it be with their internal marketing issues or external marketing issues, whether those be staff, financial, or any other struggles that they have. And we would provide the best from local services. So who is our target customer? Our target customer is going to be locally based businesses and organizations, those that can't afford marketing staffs or expensive budgets, those who are unsure of how best to handle their marketing, and those who may be intimidated by hefty fees of metro-based PR firms. So what's our magic? What will we do best to help spread the message of the businesses and organizations in our community? I feel like that we will do best. We'll have effective communication. It will give our, can we go back on that?
There you go.
Our ability will give clients the advantage to get their message out to the consumers in the community. We will do it through a variety of different platforms, whether it be writing and print, digital, web, video, photography, social media, which will all help spread their message on a local, regional, and perhaps even national base. Our efforts will help our community because it will help our business expand their efforts, from creating jobs to even working with tourism-based industries. We feel like our firm will be able to help promote their message and their products the best. Our business model. We're going to try to hook our customers using our award-winning professional services at a low, affordable cost. Our business itself is a low-cost startup. Most of our initial costs here are equipment needs, and tonight's prize money would fully fund our startup costs. Most money that we will earn from clients right up front will be profit for our firm. Initially, to start up, we're going to try to start small with no more than 10 to 15 clients. We'll increase our client base by proving ourselves to those initial clients, and they will add on freelance and additional help as we need. We'll have affordable pricing, which I feel like is best for local Cott County businesses that are already starting to struggle to make ends meet. We will charge either per hour rates for those customers, or if anybody wants to be on subscription or retainer type fee. Our 3 to 5 year plan, we will grow to 30 plus clients. We will add additional full-time employees as we need, and we'll even look to grow our business into the East Tennessee region. Our marketing plan, we're going to do mainly word of mouth and self-promotion, online marketing, social media, and web, and we'll market ourselves locally extensively to small businesses and organizations. Our competitors are really not that much because they're not really locally based. They're in metro areas. We will really struggle with businesses who already have marketing staffs or budgets, or those that may not fully understand marketing themselves. Our team, you have myself, a 15-year industry of the publishing industry. Sherry Butler, my mother, will be handling our financial aspects. My lovely fiance Whitney will be handling the marketing managing, and Darren Reese will be a freelance consultant. He is also a newspaper veteran. Our current status, as I said, we are a 100% complete startup. We're easily deployed in a quick startup. We require little overhead, and most of our initial costs are equipment and tech based. If this idea wins tonight, our startup funds are going to provide an overhead possible downtown Newport location, a marketing budget and personnel costs, and other funds will go to technology needs such as cameras, photo and digital cameras, and video cameras, and computer equipment, and miscellaneous other items.
Excellent.
Any questions?
So you said that demographically you would be, there's not a lot of competition demographically for what you're offering for marketing right now?
No, ma'am. Not that I feel like that is. Most of our, if you would have competitors in our market, I think most of them would be Knoxville or probably Tri-Cities based.
Are you gonna do this as a full-time job to begin with, or part-time?
Supplemental. It would be like a supplemental. Initially.
Right.
Hopefully to grow.
Hopefully, yeah.
Do you have a physical location?
Not yet.
Okay. That's part of the plan.
Part of the plan, yes. In today's digital age, I think we can work mobily to get started.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and I believe you said this in your plan, you have a very well thought out business and marketing plan, but you've got most of your, any capital, any initial capital that you might need, or initial operating capital is going into equipment, right?
Yes,
Programs.
most of that would be equipment or marketing ourselves.
Or marketing yourself.
Yes, and
Yeah.
paying freelancer.
Yeah.
And as far as the tourism impact, you know, in Gatlinburg, are you feeling comfortable that you're gonna promote those businesses to tap into that 11 million visitors, or you're looking more to like just advertise locally for local businesses, or try to tap into that tourism industry?
You know, if we've got industry here in the tourism base up in Hartford or even here in Newport, Cott County, we would see what they best need to do, what they would want to do to market their product, service, or whatever it is they may be.
Thank you so much.
Great, thank you.
And now it's time for our last finalist of the evening. Please welcome Julie Mullins.
Welcome everyone, my name is Julie Mullins. I've been a member of the food service and hospitality industry for the last 17 years. I have a culinary arts degree from Walter State Community College and a business degree from East Tennessee State University. Currently, I'm serving on staff as the Director of Food Services at Carson Springs Baptist Conference Center. Tonight I'm here because I'm passionate about food and I'm passionate about sharing it with others. Now let me introduce you to the Mountain Mug Tea and Spice Kitchen. Our community lacks a prominence of organic presence, making it very difficult to find artisanal blended organic teas and spices in our community. And also, there is no initiative for growth in culinary arts, so we are missing out on value and, very importantly, educating our community in healthy living and culinary diversity, which is a strong force for positive change. But there's hope for us. Mountain Mug is devoted to creating a venue for customers to create these artisanal blended organic teas and spices and offering the opportunity to learn and enhance culinary skills through classes and workshops. With this solution before us, Mountain Mug has provided the perfect blend for individuals and families who are looking for a healthier lifestyle, people that are passionate about food like I am, and people that care about our environment. With conscientiously sourced products and being locally owned and operated and having hands-on expertise in culinary know-how, we have a competitive advantage. With these 4 magical ingredients, community-supported agriculture, culinary expertise in flavor profiles, and carefully selected organic sources, and finally, expert-led culinary training, we can take all these integral flavors and blend them and marinate them into profitability and sustainability. The key is that these things are effectively separate, but together, they're a culinary masterpiece. In order for Mountain Mug to have a feasible business model, we must offer incentives. Some of these would include the conscientiously sourced products and services that we provide, themed and series-based cooking programs, cooking club memberships, monthly tea and spice subscription programs, and an interactive blog for customers' benefits. Our marketing mix is very effective. It involves many outlets. Of course, we have word of mouth, social media, our interactive blog forums, Google Ads, a customized website, our promotional cooking demonstrations that we can hopefully partner with other local businesses, and having active participation in local and regional fairs and festivals. We have no direct competition locally or regionally for this business, so we are a forerunner for having high quality artisan goods and services, providing quality culinary education and community involvement. We also can attract locals as well as outside travelers that are en route to other tourism spots like Gatlinburg and Hot Springs. Our team is dedicated to success. As the owner and culinary director, and my husband is marketing director, and my father-in-law is also an investor, and Robert Myers is an accounting and finance investor. Here are some of our financial projections for a 3-year plan. It's a little bit hard to read. Click through those. And finally, in order to have a successful and sustainable business, we must check off everything on our grocery list. With the $10,000 in funds, it would help us to establish a location, purchase kitchen equipment, buy inventory, create partnerships with wholesalers as well as farmers, and buy promotional materials. Other ongoing costs include ongoing inventory, labor and technology costs, other promotional materials, and other operational needs. With this startup, with some investors and a small business loan, Mountain Mug Tea and Spice Kitchen can firmly plant our feet in the community as a long-standing and successful venture. Thank you.
So one of the things I thought was most interesting is like for a generic form is like painting with a twist. We go to Knoxville a lot to do that because we're very interested in it. But you see like the Blue Apron and stuff all out there, and it's amazing how many millennials do not know how to cook right now.
That's very
So,
it's scary.
yeah, my son, the microwave scares me with him. But what I think one of the great things about is this is to me something that draws young community in our area.
Yes.
A date night, or even if I'm in Sevierville, I'm driving here because it's a culinary class.
Right.
I've learned spices, so that's something that you would market. Like, is that something you would do daily, or is that just something that would be?
It would be on a calendar basis. I would have a setup probably on the website where you could go on and register. Say, hey, we're having a cooking class that's dedicated to learning how to make pies and pastries on a Tuesday. Get on the website, register, sign up, and come see us. So.
And it's a great idea. I really see the schools getting involved in that too.
Yes.
You know, they've got cafeteria, and it's a great way to get children involved
Yes.
and teach them how to cook. Thank you.
I do. Do you have a location?
Not yet.
Okay. What are you looking for the perfect location? If you could just find it.
I would
Spot.
like somewhere downtown that could be restored. I like
Repurpose
that
a building?
the repurposed, recycled, reduce the carbon footprint on our environment, yes.
Okay.
So you're in the startup stage right now.
Yes, sir.
You're just trying to raise money. You've got a few
Yes.
investors. You're going to use this money to help get more investors.
That's a launching pad.
That's a launching pad.
When do you plan, if this goes through, then that really helps. If this doesn't for you, what's your build-out time?
That's a very good question.
Okay. No, I'm not trying to trip you up. I was just
trying to
curious.
keep the dream alive.
Yes, exactly. Totally understand. Have you thought about, and I guess it's a question for everyone, have you thought about some of the online portals that you can go in and raise interest among people that might have venture capital?
I have not looked into that.
Okay.
Something that would definitely be
Curious.
to research.
That just a thought, and that goes for anyone. It's if you do that, if you go on and look at it, there's always people that the only people that shop it are people that have money that want to invest it in a good idea. That's the great thing, and I think all 6 of these are just really great ideas, and that might be something that could move it to the next level.
Yeah.
Just a question. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Julie. All right, at this time, we are now going to dismiss our judges to deliberate. Judges, if you will please come out the front with Shannon. We're also going to have a brief intermission. Let's give it just 10 minutes, everybody else. If you all don't mind, I know it's a little inconvenient for those of us in the front, but if we can file out towards the back door to area, you're welcome to stay seated if you like. We just take a minute to stretch our legs or take a restroom break or whatever everybody needs to do. We're going to give it 10 minutes, and then we'll reconvene the group back on the board speakers and come out. Let our judges